Well, hey there, my hard-working patriots, sports philosophers, and folks who've ever set something down and never saw it again. Welcome back to the One-Eyed Podcast, the only show hosted by a man with one good eye, two stubborn opinions, and absolutely no idea where his tools keep disappearing. I'm your host, Pappy Lozano. Now, today's episode, it ain't about big projects, it ain't about power tools, it ain't about building something, or about fixing something, and it sure ain't about organization. No, today's episode is about a mystery that has plagued men since the dawn of time. It's about something far more mysterious and more elusive. It's about looking for something, which, if we're being honest, is about 60% of do-it-yourself work anyway. It's that age-old question that many patriots, DIYers, and our forefathers asked themselves. Where in the world do our screwdrivers go? I had one. I remember having it. I even remember using it. Then gone. You know what I'm referring to. It's the one we had in our hand 5 minutes ago. We set it down for half a second, turn around, and poof, gone like a sock in the dryer. While I was searching for that screwdriver, I started realizing something. Life's a whole lot like a toolbox. Half of it's missing, the other half don't work like it used to, and you spend most of your time wondering how you got here in the first place. So grab a cup of your favorite beverage, pull up a chair, and allow me to share my experience with the lost screwdriver. Now, every DIY project starts the same way. Confidence. Not earned confidence, not research confidence. I'm talking about that dangerous kind of confidence that says, how hard can this be? That's the sentence that has ruined more weekends than bad weather ever could. I walked into the garage feeling good. I got a plan, or at least what I'm calling a plan. All I need is one thing, a screwdriver. Just one. Wouldn't you know it, the moment you need a screwdriver, they all disappear. Now let's be perfectly clear, my fellow patriots and DIYers. Screwdrivers do not simply vanish. They don't walk away, they don't grow legs, and they definitely don't announce they're taking a break. Yet somehow, every screwdriver I ever owned has entered what I can only assume is a witness protection program. I got Phillip heads, flat heads, short ones, long ones that came free with furniture I still haven't assembled. Bought them in sets, 10 at a time. Yet when I need just one, got none. I open the toolbox, nothing. Open it again, a little bit slower, like the screwdriver might appear out of guilt. Still nothing. I check my pockets, find I got lint, 2 screws I saved for reasons unknown, and disappointment. And that's when the DIY spiral begins. It's about this time that I find is that perfect opportunity to ask myself, when was the last time I actually remembered using this screwdriver? And that's a dangerous question, because now I'm rewinding my whole day. I remember fixing something that probably didn't need fixing. I remember saying, I'll just set this right here for a second. Oh, that phrase, right here for a second, has ended more tools than rust ever could. Next thing you know, checking places that make no sense at all. The laundry room, under the couch, inside the grill. I even opened the refrigerator, because at this point, logic has left the building and taken the screwdriver with it. While I'm crawling around on my hands and knees, I start muttering. Not cussing, just muttering. In that disappointed dad tone. Well, eventually I give up. When I say give up, I mean I sit down on a 5-gallon bucket and stare at my toolbox like it betrayed me. that garage gets real quiet. No radio, no power tools, just me and my thoughts. And that's dangerous, because that's when reflection sneaks in. I start thinking, when I was young, I thought adulthood meant knowing what you're doing, owning nice tools, and finishing projects in one day. Turns out adulthood is mostly gaggling stuff, also known to you computer savvy patriots as Googling. Hurting for no reason and saying I'll get back to that in a moment. That's when it hit me. DIY ain't about skill, it's about persistence. It's about starting over without admitting you messed up. Every project I've ever done has had 3 phases. Number 1, confidence. Number 2, confusion. Number 3, acceptance. Now, acceptance is when you say, well, it ain't perfect, but it's sturdy. Sturdy counts. And that's when Biscuit walks in. Now, Biscuit don't rush into any room. He enters it like he's assessing the situation. He stops, looks at me sitting there on that bucket, tilts his head like, you all right, old man? I say, Biscuit, have you seen my screwdriver? Now he don't answer, but he does that one thing dogs do, where he looks right through you. He tilts his head, wags his tail, then walks across the garage. Circles once, lays down directly on top of it. That dog knew the whole time. And let me tell you, there's nothing more humbling than being outsmarted by a creature who once tried to eat a sock. I reached down, pulled the screwdriver out from under him, and he just looked up at me like, see, all that fuss for nothing. Now, one thing I realized about old Biscuit is that he don't care about my project. He don't care about my pride. He's just happy to lay there on the concrete and relax. He's just perfectly content to be close to me. Suddenly, I feel 2 things at once: relief and humiliation. Now that I got the screwdriver, you'd think I'd jump right back in. Nope. I sat there a second longer, because DIY has taught me something important. Just because you can keep working, don't mean you should rush. Sometimes the smartest move is taking a breath before you strip another screw. Right about then, my wife stepped into the garage. She surveys the scene, me, Biscuit, and the mess I've created. And she says, you find it? I said, yep, with a little help. I give a nod towards Biscuit. She smiled. That kind of smile that says I knew you'd figure it out eventually. Just looking at her, I can't help but think, that's a good woman. Marriage is a lot like a tool loss. You think you need to fix everything, and turns out most times you just need to listen, admit you're lost, and stop pretending you know exactly where things go. You don't need a lecture, just someone willing to stand beside you while you figure it out. I've said it before, and it's worth mentioning. Our wives are a gift from the good Lord. Even though we may feel we don't deserve their love and understanding, or our awkwardness, of all things DIY and husbandry related, they find us an assignment from the good Lord to help mold us into something better than they originally found us. Sometimes that means letting us figure it out ourselves along the way. Now here's my takeaway, my fellow patriots and DIYers. We don't lose screwdrivers because we're careless. We lose them because we're human. Because life moves fast, and our hands can't keep up with our thoughts. Sometimes the things we're searching for ain't gone at all. It's just waiting on us to slow down. Laugh a little and maybe ask for help from a neighbor, a dog, or the person who knows us best. So if you lose a screwdriver this week, don't panic. Check under the dog. If this episode made you smile, share it with someone who's ever set something down and blamed the universe for moving it. Now join me next week for episode 5, the wheelbarrow, the garden cart, and why it's okay to start over. We'll be talking about hard work, stubborn habits, and the moment you realize you've been pushing life the hard way, when there might have been an easier path sitting right beside you all alone. It's a story about pride. It's a story about humility and about understanding that starting over ain't quitting. Sometimes it's wisdom. Remember to be kind to one another if only because you can be. And we all can be, always. God bless you. God bless your projects. And God bless the screwdriver, wherever it is, right now. Pappy out.